What up, Remel? Set this up. Wicked. Ladies and gentlemen, 21 questions. Let's get it. See if that's the right one. It's not the right one. And we live. All our tombs, welcome. Hey, hi guys. Man got an upgrade on the phone, so. Can you hear the music? Let me know if you can hear the music in the comments. Hey. I go by the name of Icie, that's ICIE. If you want to check out anything I'm doing, it's ICIE music on every single platform. And this is 21 questions. This is on behalf of the sit down as we present 21 questions. Let's get some music up in here. Welcome guys, 21 questions with REMEL London. Hey. TKS, welcome man. Bless, welcome. Cressy, you know what it is man. Love all the time. Thank you for what you're doing behind the scenes. Appreciate that. And we're live, 21 questions with REMEL London. I'm looking forward to this one, it's exciting. Big up our sponsors. Proper Popcorn. Get the popcorn right. Mrs. Alpine, welcome. Welcome, come in, tell a friend. Love this phone. Welcome guys, 21 questions with REMEL London. The dun. Let's just set all this up. Tell a friend to tell a friend, I'm gonna have fun tonight, man. Dun. Make sure if you're gonna snack right, you do it right with proper corn. Sponsors, holla. BJ, long time bro. Bree, holla. A big shout out to my wife, always helping me with the little one while I do this. So shout out to you, Diana. Hey, can you hear the music? Let me know if you can hear the music. Give me a speaker in the comment section. Might drop a little freestyle or something. Little something. Hey. Yo. Let me know if you can hear the music. BJ, can you hear the music? Let me know. Bree, can you hear the music? Let me know. Hey, REMEL, thank you. Might drop a little thing. Let me see. What beat have I got here? Cool. Best. All right, let's drop a little. Might have a little. Hey. I'm alive and it feels great. They broke into my car, but they can't break my spirit. Thank God they kept intact, everything in it. The Tottenham boys that did it, they've already been forgiven. Life will do you different cards, you got to deal with it. Accept the consequences of living. So I wrote a letter to my struggles and my hard times. I love you, you're the best, so thank you for shaping my life. I used to hate relationships, never thought I'd make it. Voice over shaky, wild hearts I was breaking. The fear of committing left me black plague stricken. But now I see clearly, I think I see the vision. You know it ain't all gloom and doom. Sorry for the wait, heart and soul coming out soon. I feel like I'm spending what I'm saving. I'm praying that my bad credit don't mess up my accommodation. Yo, 21 questions. Hey, we're just getting started, man. And we got 21 of those questions. I hope Remel is ready. 21 of those questions. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We're going to get started in exactly 1 more minute. Set this, send these out. Booming, kissing. All right. Yes. I don't know. 5 flows. Oh, you like the cards, yeah, Brie? Chocolate thing. They came just on time. Big up, Remel. They came just on time for yours. We've got 21 of these questions. Let's see. Let me know if you're feeling the questions. The cards, shall I say. It just says, you know, just a little bit of something different. Hey, Axe. Yo, Tolu. What up? All right, let's get this crack-a-lacking. Without further ado, I'm going to welcome REMEL London. If you're just joining us, this is 21 questions where we answer our guests 21 questions, random 21 questions. The catch is they only get 1 pass, okay? 1 pass card, and that means they can skip a question, okay? Now, if REMEL makes it through all the 21 questions without using the card, she wins the prize we've got right here. I'm not going to show you it yet, but she's going to win a prize. So I'm going to invite her on. Josh Hayden. Let's see how she is doing. Hey. Boom, boom, boom. If you're in the building today, let me see a sofa in the comment section. Yo.
Hey.
Hey. Welcome. Can you hear music?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you good.
Oh, cool. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. You know how we're doing out there. Big up the ring light crew. You got the ring lights.
I had to. It gets really dark in here, so I had to
Yeah.
get extra lighting. Yes.
Oh, good, man. How you been, man?
Yeah, I'm all right. You know, I'm a bit tired today. I don't know what it is. Do you know what? I went for a run, and as soon as I got back home, I was like, yo, it is chill out day. I'm ready for the bank holiday. I actually believe now that bank holiday should actually be the day where you absolutely chill, because I feel like
100%.
We're trying to stay motivated, we're trying to stay active, but at the same time you need those days off. So I'm sure that tomorrow is going to be that day. So I think I'm already in chill out mode.
Oh, cool. Well, man, thank you for joining us. Obviously we're always a fan of what you've been doing, are doing, are going to be doing, and we wanted to get you on 21 questions. 21 random questions. You've got 1 pass card. These are the questions right here.
Okay. They look so good, by the way.
Thank you. You got 1 pass card.
Okay.
If you want to skip a question, you can use that pass card. But you will, unfortunately, you will not win the prize. If you make it through all the 21, you get the prize.
I'm going to try.
Cool.
All of the questions, but I know you've been doing some deep research, so boy, I don't know what I'm going to be answering. I know what you're like. No
worries. Well, I'm going to give us a quick like a 1 minute brief of who you are and what you do. Who is REMEL London?
Cool. So hello everyone at the Sit Down UK. It's nice to see you all. I'm REMEL London. I'm a TV presenter, also radio presenter and live events host. I've been doing my thing for about, I guess I can honestly say 10 years. I graduated from uni in 2010, and since then I've literally just been doing my best to stay active, get amazing interviews done, and just create content. So I've been you know, my journey is quite DIY. I made sure that I did everything that I love, and luckily and thank God as well, I've been able to do it on bigger platforms like Capital Xtra, Sky One, worked with loads of different brands. So yeah, it's been a good journey.
Nice. Thank you for joining us, and we've been seeing that journey, and I'm always mad proud of that journey. So keep going, and we'll always be supporting, man. Always. What I want to say, big up to everyone that's just joining us. Comment section is your section. If there's anything you want to say, put it in the comment section, man. We're interacting today. If you want to watch this back, make sure you do through our Insta Live stories. And we've got, after this, a feedback form in our link, in our bio link. We want to know what you think. If there's anything we can do, if there's anything we can do better, let us know. We are on YouTube, we are on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts. Anytime we do 21 questions, you can go to any of those platforms and play it back. So feel free to pick up our sponsor, Proper Corn. They be doing the thing. They helped us out. They're going to help us out with an event before the lockdown. They won't let me out, but we're still going to be promoting them. This is one of my favorite popcorn. So before we even got the sponsorship, I was just like, yo, this is my popcorn. It off anyway. Can you imagine? So
can I also shout out everyone that's joined as well? I see a few friends as well. Hey Sim, hey Dapo, everyone else that's in the building as well. Appreciate you, all the nice words, and please stay and enjoy this. I know it's going to be fun because whatever Icie does is always a vibe. So I'm ready. Hope you guys are too.
21 questions. We're going to get into it. All right, first question. We might just start off a bit light.
Okay, thanks.
First question. Okay, what is something you are really proud of that you've accomplished? Light work. It's light work for you to start off.
It's a good question. I think I've got to be proud of every production that I've done myself. I think the proudest one was the showroom. That was an online platform that I did, and it was all about showcasing talent. And I think it was the progress of, like, you know, making the most of my connections. It was a platform that kind of involved new talent. So there was an open mic slot, but also there's a segment that was the show off, where it's all about people that I've recognized and I get to put them on a platform as well. So it was a nice mixture and combination of just me being able to put people on a platform, but also live my dream of having my own chat show, because that's exactly what it was. So it was a great way for me to kind of explore where I wanted to go with my career and have my own show, the showroom with REMEL London. So
trust me, I remember you getting the signage and you were posting.
I've actually got it up in my living room. Like,
for real?
Wait, let me do a quick spin. You might quick. It's over there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's up there now. So it's not going anywhere. Sorry about the bad technicals, but
nice.
Yeah, I had to put it up there because it is a big achievement and a memory of mine. So yeah.
Big ups. Which memory instantly makes you smile?
Ooh, currently I've got to say my 30th birthday. So my birthday is coming up. I'm going to be 31 on the 2nd of June, and last year I did a massive. I won't say massive. I did a birthday party, which was kind of an achievement party in my eyes, like a gratitude party, because I had like family and friends there, and like, you know, I was cheesy. I had to do a speech. I done a speech, and like my song was Toast by Coffee, and like that moment literally felt like I am so grateful that I have become the TV presenter, the radio presenter that I wanted to be. And I literally toasted the night away. So that's a picture of my birthday as well, up there.
So you got different like mementos around the house.
Yeah. I try and put little memorabilia up, and just because I am proud of the moments, and I do like to remind myself that, hey, you've come a long way. That is part of the journey. Oh, big up to me, who's in there. We share a birthday.
Big up to me.
June 2nd, gang. So yeah.
Nice. All right. Are you an introvert or are you an extrovert?
Do you know what's mad? I thought I was an extrovert, but since quarantine, I'm happy in my house, you know. I'm actually enjoying keeping to myself, doing my thing. I go for a run. I have a communal garden. Like, do you know what? I think it's because I'm a little bit spoiled. I've got a communal garden, so if I want to chill outside, I can. But
you've got a garden.
Yeah. So
See, that's where you're set.
Yeah.
I ain't got no garden.
So I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. So I can't lie. I'm actually happy doing this whole lockdown thing by myself. Like, to be fair, my boyfriend agreed to move in with me for lockdown. So we've been together, going through it together. But to be honest, again, I like having my own time. I like doing my own thing, and I will happily stay inside and just create. I can happily talk to myself on camera as well, so I don't mind.
So you've got, it's almost like you've got you've got like the perfect setup for it. For like quarantine right now, you've got the perfect setup.
I think I'm doing all right. Like, I'm actually anxious. Like, I'm getting anxiety about the thought of going back outside, because I'm not ready for this lockdown to be over. I need to make sure, listen, I need that peak to come down to 0. I need to be, you know, coronavirus clean. Like, I don't want any possibility of a second, third, fourth wave. Let's ride it out, guys. I'm sorry. Like, to be honest, if you don't have like, I understand with kids and stuff, if you don't have a garden, cool, get outside and, you know, get fresh air. I'm sure being cooped up in the house can't be good for everyone. Excuse me. However, I am not ready to ease it off. I need it to go down to 0. I need the hospital staff to be able to say, do you know what? I'm taking 2 weeks off because we don't need to be here. No, this is what I need to hear. I need these positive signs of where there's relief and there's
total relief.
Yeah, we're not there yet, so I'm cool to stay inside a little bit longer.
And I think that is one of the, I posted it as a tweet today. That's the second virus. The second virus is the fear of going out.
Yeah.
Like, after all this, like, the virus is there, but then the second one is people's confidence of actually going out, meeting people, being in public spaces, etc. So that's what we're gonna have to fight with until consumer confidence is at its highest. That is realistically, I don't think we're looking at that till next June.
Listen, I ordered a wig today because I am prepared.
A wig?
Yes, because I'm prepared not to see my hairdresser for another 1-2 months. So I will put on a wig, I will plait down my hair, make sure it's protected. I'm not ready to come outside. I'm just going to keep it real. I will stay inside, look pretty in a brand new wig, and keep it moving.
All right, next one. This one is, do you believe in God?
Of course, yes.
And if so, why?
Oh, okay. So I joined a new church last year, March, called Life City Church. It's in North London, if anyone's looking for a church. They're currently online, and if I hadn't joined that church, I probably wouldn't have been able to grow as a person in the last year. Like, I feel like my pastor has been amazing in opening me up and just allowing me to have gratitude and have faith to be able to overcome times like this. Also, my church, like fellow community, the church members introduced me to so many other podcasts and stuff like that. So I listened to Transformation Church, which I honestly believe changed my life. Crazy Faith, I learned so much during that time. So I personally believe that I've seen change since I've been reading my Bible, praying more, having faith. Like, I personally haven't felt gratitude like I do now without the understanding of what true grace is. So knowing what grace is has allowed me to be grateful, and knowing what gratitude is has allowed me to enjoy everything. So like I said, like, even in a time like this, it's like, you know what? At least I can still create. At least I've been fortunate enough to be considered a key worker, so I can still go to radio. So do you know what I mean?
So, as part of being on radio, you're considered a key worker.
Yeah, I am a key worker for radio. It's crazy. So, you know, I'm so grateful that God has made a way even in a pandemic. Like, I mean, I'm like, you know, we've heard some really sad news today. Loads of people are passing away, whether it's from coronavirus in America, people being shot down and killed. Like, it's been a really, really dark time and sad time. But I have to be grateful for the fact that, you know, I've got hope that we can see through it. So I think that's what faith has done for me.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Ahmaud Arbery, you know, with the guy that passed away? And what was your thoughts when you first saw it happening and unfolding and stuff?
Listen, those videos today, it's also Sean Reed as well. Those two videos today triggered me, and it just made me think, how are people still having the energy to hate during a pandemic? What the hell? There's a time to, even being hateful can take a time out. Like, I don't understand how stuff like that can happen. So, you know, I'm really just hoping that justice can be served. But America's a different place, man.
Yeah.
I had dreams, like me and my boyfriend were talking about earlier. We had dreams of being children, and I can't wait to live in America when I'm older. No, not in a Trump USA. Definitely not. And not in a time where black people get killed for going for a jog, or black people get killed for driving down the road. It's a disgrace. Oh, it's absolutely disgraceful. But again, you have to be grateful for, you know, the fact that we're alive. Thank God that guns aren't legal here, so that at least gives us some kind of peace of mind that they're a little bit more safer. But there's a lot that needs to be done. I'm hoping that more this pandemic can at least bring a bit more thoughtfulness and mindfulness. That's what I'm at least hoping.
Matt, okay, let's see. What's your...
I actually love the cue cards.
What's your worst personality trait? What's your worst personality trait?
Awkward. I'm gonna keep it real.
Keep it 100.
Jealousy.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. It comes in so many shapes and sizes and forms. So before, I'll be honest, earlier on in my career, I used to get so jealous about other presenters. How did he get that? I've been doing this, I've been doing that. I had to accept. And again, it's an awakening from God. That wasn't for you. That job isn't for you. But that came with age and time and just understanding. So I was a hater, self-confessed hater.
It takes a lot to admit that.
Oh yeah, I've always been honest about my hateration. Like, you got to be honest. And then when it comes to my relationship, oh my gosh, me and my boyfriend. So he's very social. We were even talking about it today, and he was like, "Yeah, when lockdown's over, I can't wait to link up with the man them." And I'm like, no, I like it being just me and you. I like this. I kept it real. I like it just being me and you. No, I don't think you should go and meet up with your friends. It's dangerous.
Big up. He's in the building right now.
Because he can hear me from next door. He was like, let me see what she's talking about.
What's going on there?
We're basically, hey, Mr.
Hey, we're
basically talking about me having my jealous moments. He can vouch. I have my jealous moments. But please let them know I've grown. We've been together 8 years. Please let them know that I've grown in my hateration, haven't I? He'll message soon.
What did you do to overcome that?
A lot of the times it was having conversations with him. It was me being like, oh, it's so unfair, and he's like, look, not everything is for you, and maybe they had a connect, maybe they had a this body. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of factors into why different people, he said she's grown a lot. Thanks, love. There are a lot of factors into why different people achieve different things in their career. So like I said, it was just an understanding of not everything's for you, and an understanding of maybe her uncle runs the business. You never know, because sometimes it is who you know, or maybe she was just better at the job than you.
Yeah,
That's
true,
acceptance.
true, true,
That's
true.
acceptance.
Yeah.
And I accept that 100%. Because I see people, I'm like, do you know what? They smashed it. Actually, they probably should have had that job
Yeah.
than me. I probably wouldn't have wanted to be in that situation at that time. Acceptance and just understanding moving forward. So yeah.
Yeah. And I think that it takes a lot of self-awareness and a lot of self-reflection to be able to be like, I'm jealous because of.
Yeah.
Because some people will just
I don't even know why I hate them.
yeah, I'm just jealous. But understanding what is it about what they have achieved that you're most jealous of, and then you can attack that. And I remember when we were doing music, and I wrote a song called "Dream with Envy," and that was about a particular artist, because I was like, "Where'd you come from? And, we've been here from time." And what I realized was that I wasn't working as hard as they were, and so I had to take that on. And the only way I could have combated that was I had to go. It's so weird, but I had to serve them and serve their purpose. And so I remember he had a massive show at Hackney Empire, and I was like, bro, is there anything I can do to support this? Is there anything that I can do to help? Because it's very difficult to hate and help. It's very, very difficult. So I could do photography. So I said, let me just do your photography.
That's it.
And I finished it that night, got home and was editing and sent it to his manager. That for me is weird, but when you're serving people at their feet, and the Bible talks about the stories where Jesus was washing his disciples' feet. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you're doing that, it's so difficult for your heart to be split between, I hate them, but I'm doing this. And over time, I think your heart becomes more open to, like you said, hey, if I can help someone, or if that was for me, then I can. But I think it does take that self-awareness and that ability to look inside yourself, ask yourself why, and then act on that. Do something about that, rather than just, some people will just be like, yeah, I'm just jealous, and that's it. So
I'm so glad I grew from that though, because it was it was such a negative time. And it's not a nice place to be in. Why am I walking around with a heavy heart about someone? It's pointless. Waste of time.
Come on. What's your favorite thing about yourself? What's your favorite thing about yourself?
Oh gosh.
Toot your horn right now.
What's my favorite thing? Do you know what? My love of music, and I feel like whenever I hear something, I do feel like whenever I hear a song, like I love house music especially, and as soon as I step into the dance and I hear my tunes, I don't care who's watching. I love that I can be so free to enjoy myself. And I literally do not care. Like I've heard people verbally be like, who's that girl in the middle? Bravo, she's crazy. Like, why is she dancing? Why is she going in like that? I'm going in because I love it. Like, I'm enjoying myself. And I have I've gone to raves by myself because I'm like, oh, no, I'm not missing that. Like, all my friends dropped out. Oh, no, that dance, I'm going to it. Because one, I paid good money for it. And two, I know I'm going to hear my tunes and I'm going to have a good time. So I don't really need anyone to have a good time, especially when it comes to music. I love music and I'm very passionate about the feeling that it gives me. So I love experiencing that. So yeah, I love that I can be as free as I want to be when I hear music.
Thank you. All right. Who is your biggest inspiration? Who is your biggest inspiration?
Ooh, inspiration is such a interesting word and feeling for me, because it can mean, I can say two people, and one is my mum, because not because she was a presenter before me or anything like that. She's not creative at all. She's not in that world at all. But she is always a trier. Like she always tells me to try your best. Everything I've done is because I knew my mum was rooting for me, even if she didn't understand it. She'd be like, just try. And I feel like that those words, that positivity can push you so much. So, and also I won't do things because I don't want to embarrass my mum as well. So I feel like I always have her in mind. I'm always like, so if there's a job opportunity, there's a, like, you know, I used to dance, I used to do musical theatre, all these kind of things. I used to think I was going to be an actress. And then there were roles where I was like, actually, I won't do this in case my mum doesn't like it, in case my mum doesn't agree. So I feel like the fact that I've always had her in mind is what has inspired me. So it's inspired me to have morals. It's inspired me. So that's what I'm saying. That word inspiration it's an interesting one, because I think it's who keeps you going, keeps you ticking kind of thing. So that's why I say my mum, because she always encourages me to try. So anything I want to do, I'm going to try it, because I know that she's like rooting for me. The second person I'm going to say is Oprah Winfrey, because and
you get a car.
You get a car, you get a car, you get a car. Can't wait to do that one day. And again, the reason why inspiration is tricky, that word is tricky, because I don't want to be Oprah, but I love her journey, and I love how much she's overcame, and I love how unapologetic she was about being a Black woman, and I love that especially in her early career, she wasn't the like aesthetic that everyone expected for a TV presenter or a journalist or anything like that. Like, you know, nowadays everything's based on looks, followers, all that kind of stuff. Back in the day when Oprah started, it wasn't about that. She was going up against the biggest TV broadcasters across America, and her show rated just because she was being herself, and like people just loved the fact that she looked different, she's a bit quirky, and I'm like, that is inspiring in the sense that I can be that person. I don't have to be conventionally, you know, what's the national sweetheart, national treasure look or vision. I can just do it because people like me and want to support me the way they supported her. So and again, I'd love to have like my own chat show syndicated across the world. Like the fact that we even had access to Oprah in the UK, that shows how far she went. Because like it wasn't only syndicated across the US, it was syndicated across the world. I would love to have a show that starts here and then branches out everywhere. So in that sense, I'd love to have that kind of similar progress.
Nice. Thank you. Okay.
In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you, Axe.
Amen. Let's have an amen in the comment section. All right, this one. Have you ever lost someone close to you, and how did you deal with it?
Yes. I'll be honest with you, and not many people know this, only close personal people know this right now. I lost my grandma 2 weeks ago. And and she didn't pass away because of coronavirus, but it was a side effect of coronavirus. She had dementia, and she lived in a home. She actually lived in a home on the same road that I live on now. And since quarantine happened, no one was allowed to visit her. And the funeral was next week Friday, and it's been really hard for my family, but most importantly my mum. My mum's lost her mum, and that is the worst thing to see your mum go through. Other than a mother losing her child, a mother losing her mother is hard. And that's been really difficult. And previously to that, 3 years ago, we lost my granddad also. And his was just natural causes, and his was old age. He died at 96. So, and that hit me hard, because my granddad was the wisest man I've ever known, the best storyteller. At the age of 96, he could remember what happened on Tuesday in 1954. Like, his memory was insane. He taught me the value of money. He taught me the value of working hard. He taught me. So now that I've lost 2 grandparents, I've realized that, do you know what? Age will catch up with you, and your loved ones they're gonna go eventually. I'm grateful that my grandma, I'm looking at the pictures now. I'm grateful, and this is what I'm saying. I've got pictures of my family, everything in this room, because I have to have people, and all my people, everything that's close to me, I love having them around me. So the thing that hurt about my grandma was the dementia took her memories. She didn't remember who I was for the last 5 years.
Jeez.
And I think that's why it's been really, really difficult to mourn her, because I already felt like we lost her 5 years ago, if that makes sense. But now we've lost her physically as well, so we can't even embrace her anymore. And with my granddad, he taught me so much. I wish there was more stories I could ask, or like, he died the year that I joined Capital Xtra. I would have loved for him to see me on Capital Xtra. I would have loved for him to know that I could be on the station every Saturday. He could hear that. But he heard me another time. He heard me on the radio before when I was on One Extra. He heard that, and he loved knowing that I was on the BBC. So, because you know the grandparents love a bit of BBC.
They know BBC.
So I'm glad that he got to see that. I'm glad that my grandma got to see me do a lot of what I've done. But losing grandparents is hard. So I can't even imagine losing anyone closer than that. But I've lost friends before, but not as close as I think grandparents is the closest I've had to losing people. And I didn't think, you know, you just think, oh, it's not gonna happen. It's fine. Especially in a time like this, did not expect my grandma to leave us. But to be honest, like, the quarantine is not good for elderly people at all. And in the home, the isolation was isolation in their room. It might as well have been prison. Like, they weren't allowed to leave their rooms. And that's why my grandma, thankfully, she passed away in her sleep. But again, that's not, like, in isolation is no way to lose your life. So yeah, it's been a very challenging, confusing last few weeks. But I'm grateful my mum got to see her mum. They let her visit the day before she passed away, thank God. Wow. So, like, because they knew she was going, and I'm just so grateful my mum got to see her, and my aunts got to see their mum before she went. So yeah, man, I'm big about pictures, memories. I've got so many pictures in here, it's crazy. Like, and this is a new flat, so I was so excited. I printed everything off. Like, I printed so much. So I always try and remember people with nice photos and just things I can be like, oh, I remember. And, you know, I can wake up and just be like, hey, granddad, hey, nanny. Like, I'm extra like that. So yeah. But other than that, I don't think I've had anyone as close as that pass.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, mate. You didn't have to. You could have used your pass card.
Nah, man. I like it's good to talk. I've learned a lot in this time. It's good to talk.
All right, you are at the halfway point. 10 questions in.
Really?
Yes, yeah, actually.
Oh, jeez.
Big up to everyone that's just joined us. 21 questions with REMEL London. She has 21 questions. She has one pass card. If she uses that pass card, she doesn't get her prize that I'm looking at right here. So far, she hasn't used her pass card.
Jeez. Oh, by the way, thank you, Bree. I appreciate that as well.
Oh, that's my sister there, you know.
Oh, is it? Oh, hey, Sister Bree.
So we're 21 questions, REMEL London. Make your presence known in the comments section. If you're watching this back, let's see your comments, because we're going to be putting this all over Spotify, YouTube, IGTV, all the works. All right, so remember, if you're listening to this afterwards, in the link in our bio, there is a feedback form. We just want you, there's only 4 questions. Fill it out. Let us know how it's doing. Anything we can change, anything we can tweak. Thank you for joining us. We're going back in. All right, so no, that was too easy. Yeah, I like this one. Your face. When do you feel the most confident? The most confident, REMEL? When do you feel the most confident?
I mean, I've got to say, on stage, I love a stage. I love it when I'm all glammed up. I love a glam squad. So it's usually like a beauty pageant or a fashion show where like the booker will get hairstylist, makeup, all that kind of stuff. I'll ask, you know, I'll either buy a nice dress, or I'll ask someone if I can borrow a dress or something like that from like a designer. Get my nice new shoes on. I love some high heels. That is when I feel good. That's when I'm feeling fly, feeling okay, we ready. So yeah, that's my favorite. Hosting is one of my favorite things, to be fair. So yeah, that's definitely my confident space.
And you've got hosting as a skill. You've got your radio presenting. You do voiceovers. You run and produce your own shows. how do you manage like doing all of them? Like, which one do you choose to invest more in, or which one do you say, let me draw back on a bit? How do you balance that?
I think everything's kind of taken its own lead at a certain point. So, you know, I was producing a lot of my online shows, like doing live events like Rate Me Please and The Showroom. That was way before radio. So
remember those days?
Way before
Potsdam.
that was way before TV and all that kind of stuff. So hosting had its own kind of home and time to live and thrive. Like there was a point where I was banging out shows like every week. I was hosting and all that kind of stuff. And but then I feel like as well the event circuit got oversaturated. So then there were, so it almost like it's weird how it happened, and some of you might remember, like there was like a time where it just got so many events every day, every week, blah 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 blah, and then it kind of went boom, it stopped. And it's weird how there was a weird shift, and I think as well people were doing headline shows, so people weren't so much paying to see a variety show. People were going to see headline shows, and it was more specific. Oh, I'm only going to this body's or whatever, and then they might get a well-known DJ, or they might get their friend to host it. So I think the oversaturation and the change in the hosting just changed my amount of bookings. And also there was like this kind of, I wouldn't say rumor, but I felt like there was a period of time where people were like, oh, Remel's too expensive. You didn't ask me. People were assuming that I wasn't doing events anymore, because they were like, oh, she does TV now, oh, she does radio now. Guys, I do radio once a week, and also TV. We pre-recorded that time ago. So people just assumed that I weren't doing hosting because they saw me doing other things. So it's weird how things kind of one job will make another job seem obsolete. It's weird. But I'm available, guys. I mean, especially now. But as soon as Corona's over and quarantine's done, and when I've had enough time to feel like it's safe, I'm available.
Available, girl. Do you have any OCDs? This is for you, Axe.
Since quarantine, a little bit. I don't know. Okay, I think that, no, I'm not going to say what I was going to say, because I think it's just, I'm an adult now and I like to be clean. Because at first I was going to be saying, oh, I like to have everything in its place. And I'm like, no, I'm just grown. That's just being sensible. I think my new OCD is my challenges, like how I challenge myself. So I've started doing running a lot. Like, to be fair, for the past year, I've been going for runs maybe twice a week. And before, it used to be based on time. It used to be I'd run for 15 minutes, I'd run for 20 minutes, I'd run for 25 minutes. And then now we're in quarantine, I'm seeing everyone doing 5K. So I'm like, okay, let me do a little 5K. Now, whenever I run, I feel like if I don't do 5K, I'm rubbish. So now, even with that, today I was tired. I done a 5K today. And I'm like, I started it and I'm like, yo, I'm tired. And I was like, but in my head, I was like, yeah, but everyone else done a 5K today. And I'm like, raw. It's like I put so much pressure on myself. I'm like, okay, I better finish it. And I did it. I felt great afterwards, but I'm tired. And I feel like there has to be a time when you need to listen to your body as well. Be like, actually, girl, you're too tired today. So I think I need to find a balance, especially in quarantine, not to overdo it. I don't know why I signed up to all these do 100K in a month. What is wrong with me? Like, I've signed up to all these challenges on Nike Run Up, knowing full well I'm not going to do 100K in a month, but I'm signed up and I'm seeing my name get lower on the leaderboard. I'm getting stressed.
Don't get stressed, man. We
it's
are taking the time. Yeah,
literally. I just need to go at my own pace, but I am enjoying the challenge and it's getting me outside, it's getting me fit. So yeah.
100%. What makes actually, I was gonna do that one. What's the first impression that you try to give when you meet someone? What's the first impression you try to give of yourself when you first meet someone?
By the way, I think I'm going to get through all these 21 questions. I think the first impression I always want to give is that, oh, and this is so revealing as well. But oh, she's really nice. She's really down to earth. She's really nice. But I think that's because I hear it all the time.
Yeah.
I'm now like, okay, I've got to make sure I'm really down to earth.
Yeah.
I'm really easy to talk to.
Is that because they assume that you won't be?
Yeah. A lot of the time people are like, oh, do you know what? Do you know what's rude as well? One time someone said to me, they compared me to another presenter, and they said, the way they said it was, this was years ago, so the presenter I'm talking about isn't really active as much anyway, so it's not that bad. Low-key shade, but you know. So they were like, oh, thanks, Remel, it was really nice talking to you. It was really easy to speak to you, because even though you're not as famous as da-da-da, like, you're really nice. And I was like,
what?
It was the weirdest thing. And like, they were like, yeah, I can't talk to that so-and-so because they're a lot more famous, but you're really easy to talk to because like, you're not as famous. And I was like, what kind of backhanded compliment is this? Yeah, exactly, but at the same time, I was very grateful that they felt that they could talk to me. And I'm not saying the name. I was very grateful that they felt like I felt like it was nice that they felt like they could come to me and they can ask what they need, get advice from me. And that has been one of the things I pride myself on doing. I want to help others, and I'd hate to think that people can't speak to me because they think I'm too important. So that's how that situation made me realize, always be approachable, always be the nice celebrity, if I'm ever going to be a celebrity, that people can talk to and feel down to earth. So although it is weird and it's not humble to be like, oh, I'm really easy and down to earth, like, at the same time, I pride myself on being humble and really easy and down to earth. So yeah.
Cool. What's the biggest lie you've ever told someone?
I'm thinking back to primary school because that is it was naughty, man. I don't even know if I told my mom. Basically, yeah, it was primary school and it was bad. And basically, I was at primary school. Oh my gosh, I hope these people don't see this and find out later on. But it was like year 1 or year 2, and there was a girl that really liked a boy I liked. And I basically started a rumor that these kids, I basically said, oh, I saw these two kissing or something like that. Like, we were like 7. And like, I think I said something, but I think I made it, it was proper like, oh my gosh, everyone, I saw them kissing, and oh, I think they did it. You know, kids are silly, innit? I think they did it. No words are said, they did it.
They did that.
And then the teacher found out and told me off, like, you can't be doing that. You can't be talking about kids doing it. And then the girl's mum heard somehow, and she told me off.
What?
She's like, you can't say those things. That's naughty. You're a little girl. You can't be saying these things. But then I didn't tell my mum what happened. I just told my mum that her mum told me off. Big beef kicked off between my mum and the next mum.
That's how it goes. That is how it goes. But you didn't tell your mum what you did.
I didn't tell my mum nothing. So, and that haunts me to this day. I'm like, I'm the reason my mum and her mum didn't like each other, because I was telling big lies, and then
at your age. Have you told your mum?
Huh?
Have you told your mum?
No, never.
Okay, so we'll send.
But to be fair, as years went by, my mum and her mum didn't like each other anyway. Like, my mum's one of those people like, I don't like that one. So, and the girl was she was a bit naughty sometimes as well. So everyone was kind of, watch out for this one, all that kind of stuff. But yet, yes, my mum's still riding the line.
Your mum is still riding on this line.
All now, my mum's like, I can't believe that woman told off my daughter, because I can't even remember what I told my mum. Why I got told? Like, why would she tell me off? I don't know what I said. I can't remember, but I remember that I'm the reason. I should have been told off. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But I told my mum that I got told off. And my mum had big beef with this woman. Like, come on now. Primary school's intimate. Like, them parents see each other every day.
Yeah.
And that was year 1.
Yeah,
so for a whole 5 years, my mum and her mum did not see eye to eye.
You need to let mum know. Jeez.
It's fine. Right. She didn't like her anyway.
You're down to a few more. All right, what's the time on the Rolex? All right, cool. Let's go for this one. In a gathering, when you're in a gathering.
Sorry, these comments are hilarious.
What do they say? So, but remember, you lit the match, and I'm saying, oh look, there's a fire. It's so true. Stirring the pot from young, yeah. Remel at 7. Liberties. Nice, true. All right, let's go for 2 more. In a gathering, what makes you most uncomfortable?
Oh, small talk. Bloody hell! I don't care, guys.
Oh, bad.
Do you know what? Yeah.
Oh my God! But I thought you would have. You would have adapted to that.
Do you know what's funny? Unless you got a big, interesting, juicy story, don't care. I'm literally like, how did you get here? Did you drive? Oh gosh, guys, come on. Let's talk about something more thought-provoking.
So you'd have to go deeper, quicker.
Yeah, I would rather someone be like, oh, you never guess what? Do you know, something juicy? Like, I just need something. Oh wow, really? I need a headline.
Yeah.
Not, it might rain tomorrow. All right. Bring your brolly. Your brolly should already be in your bag, to be honest.
Yeah. I hear them ones. Oh gosh. All right. All right. Let me go for this one last one because the time's talking the hardest. You've made it through. If you answer this, what makes you most angry about your country? This country that you're in. This
country, boy. I still can't believe I don't know what everyone's political views are. I still can't believe everyone voted for Tory. I still can't believe that.
That was a shock.
I can't believe with the referendum that people voted what was it? Out in Brexit. Out. Like, I just don't understand why people, to be fair, I'm not that interested in politics. However, I do feel like there's certain privileges and just certain ways of life that people just aren't being, like the fact that people are the same Tories who tried to privatize the NHS want to clap every Thursday at 8 p.m. I'm like, you don't have the cheek. And that's what I don't get. There's so many like things in the government where they change their mind all of a sudden, or actually the Windrush generation, we're gonna send them back, but they were veterans. Don't stop. Like, there's just so many confusing things that don't make sense of how it feels racist, it smells racist, it looks racist, it tastes racist. It's like it's just like, I don't understand why people aren't seeing through their own ignorance. So inconsistencies a lot of the time, it just doesn't add up. And again, I'm not big on politics. I don't know a lot about politics, but sometimes you got to call a spade a spade. When things aren't going well and when things aren't going right, there's only one way to look sometimes. So, but again, I don't know enough to speak on it, but I just don't like the inconsistencies of this country. I think that was a great word, Shay. Thank you for that one. Inconsistencies.
Well, thank you. You've got your last question is, do you have a question for me? You actually made it through. What? Well, your last question is, do you have a question for me?
My last question for you is, this is a hard question.
Oh, actually, you might not pass it then. Okay.
I'm not gonna pass it. Okay, what's the question for you? I don't know. No, I'm
That's
not gonna
right.
pass. I refuse to pass. I refuse to pass.
You ain't got a question. You got to pass.
Oh gosh. If you could rule the world for one day, what changes would you make? And that change that you make will stay in power forever.
Oh, do you know what I would do? I know exactly what I would do. Maths in school would have, by law, would have to include financial literacy. It would have to, by law, it would have to include financial literacy.
Teach them about tax, teach them about VAT, teach them about just being self-employed in general.
From year 7, they have to learn it. 100. All the way up. That's what I would do. 100%.
Teach them about credit scores, teach them about mortgage, listen, there's so much we need to learn.
They didn't teach us that. They didn't teach us.
Great.
Ladies and gentlemen,
thank you, Icie.
Make some noise for Remel London in the comment section. She has won her prize today. Critical questions. So you get a, you ready for this? Look at your face. 300 milliliters of Carex hand gel. 300 milliliters of Carex hand gel. Okay, so after I use this, you are going to be sent an empty bottle to fill up for yourself. 300 milliliters of Carex hand gel. Thank you, Carex.
You're a con artist. Con artist.
Thank you for joining us. Seriously,
thank you.
Appreciate the conversation, man.
I hope I didn't say anything. I hope I didn't say anything too unruly. I did have a little cocktail. You saw me drinking water. I had a little cocktail before we started.
No, you kept it real, man, and that's what we always ask at the sit down and 21 questions. So bless up. Thank you so much. We're going to keep supporting what you're doing, guys. If you want to follow Remel, make sure you're following all her platforms. The mainstream, follow her own platform, Remel_London, and just keep doing amazing things. We're watching you, man. We're supporting you.
Thank you so much, and this was so much fun. Thank you for creating amazing content, and like I just love everything from the branding, the artwork, just everything. Your questions, your professionalism, like you're amazing. Like I came to the Mo sit down live, and I absolutely loved it. And I was just like, I just need to keep seeing more of this, and so I'm happy to support as well. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Awesome. Bye everyone. Thanks. Bye.
All right, guys, the sit down, well, not sit down. There's been 21 questions. Thank you for joining. Like I said, man, if you've never ever been on this platform or watched 21 questions, make sure after this, go into the link in our bio and fill out the feedback form. I want to know how you're finding 21 questions and how we can better it, anything we can tweak. I'm going to go through some of the comments real quick. They're telling me I've got 1 minute and 43 seconds. What y'all saying? So much fun. Bye. Okay, lots of claps, fire emojis. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Make sure if you want to, you can keep sharing this and watch it back. If you came in halfway, you can watch it through the Insta stories in our when we put it up, basically. But it's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on our Spotify. It's going to be on our Apple iPod podcast. So make sure again. Follow everything that we're doing. We're going to be back next Thursday. 21 questions. I've been Icie. If you want to follow anything I'm doing, it's Icie IE Music. Instagram are trying to count me down, but they're not going to count me out. Hallelujah. Thank you for your time. Big up to everyone, and we'll speak soon. Peace.